everybody, it's Levy here, bringing you a dash of Eve. I heard a fabulous story from my friend Adrian Gold that gave me lots to think about. I hope I'll do justice in giving it over to you. This story is about a man who gets shipwrecked onto a faraway island. Let's call this man Joe. Joe makes it to this island alive and well, but his boat is another story and it needs major repair before he could even think of setting sail and heading back to his family. He steps upon the island, he shakes his head in amazement. His eyes grow wide. The island is covered in diamonds. They're everywhere, like sand. He bends down and he scoops up a handful and he stuffs them into his pockets. He is now on a mission. He is going to get his boat fixed, fill up his boat with riches, and return to his family a millionaire. He heads into town in search of a repair shop. The repairman asks him, "How will you be paying for my service?" And with a huge grin, Joe sticks his hand into his pocket, revealing a handful of shining diamonds. The repairman looks blankly at him. He shakes his head and tells him that the island is covered in diamonds. They're worthless there. In that island, the currency is chicken schmaltz, chicken fat. Even the mention of the word sends the repairman dreamy-eyed and drooling. "Okay," says Joe, "chicken schmaltz it is. I'll work hard, I'll collect enough chicken fat, and I'll pay you for your services. You could count on me. Then I'm gonna load up my wealth and go home." He gets a job, he rents a small place, and he works hard. He's storing his chicken fat in this big chest, and Joe is quite successful. He makes a nice amount, more than he needs for the repair of his boat. As time goes on, Joe, he starts to take a liking to this chicken schmaltz. The big day comes. Joe opens his chest. You can imagine the stench is just terrible. He gathers the amount of chicken schmaltz that is needed to pay for the boat repair, and the rest he packs it into crates, ready to be taken home with him. Imagine the scene as Joe pulls up to the dock after years of leaving his family behind to bring back a livelihood for them. The stench is unbelievable. He excitedly tells his family that he has brought them enough to live on as rich people for the rest of their lives. He opens the latch to his belongings and, drum roll, chicken fat. Lots of rotten, smelly chicken fat. It was not a pretty reunion. There was screaming and yelling and tears and the silent treatment. His family, they say, "Joe, have you lost your mind?" Joe realizes what he had done. He's jolted back into reality. Yes, chicken schmaltz may have been the currency on that strange island somewhere, but here diamonds is what is valuable, not chicken fat. He remembers that first day on the island, how he had scooped up that handful of diamonds in his excitement, and he remembers he put them in his pocket. He thrusts his hands deep into his pockets, and behold, he finds a few diamonds from his journey. He's able to take those diamonds, sell them, and live happily ever after. Now this story is a parable. In Hebrew we call it a mashal, mashal. Like Joe, we too become so disillusioned to what truth is. We look to the world and see what society values, and we choose what might seem popular at the time. We sometimes forget what is most important and valuable. We easily lose ourselves. We pursue chicken fat and not diamonds. We forget what we are meant to be doing here. We forget what is most valuable. Here is a reminder. The Jewish burial garments called tachrichem that a Jew is buried in, they have no pockets. It's the most simplest piece of cloth. Only we take nothing with us to the next world. Only one's good deeds, our mitzvot, come along with you. Each mitzvah is like a diamond. It's precious beyond measure. We will be digging for them in our pockets and presenting whatever we can scrape together and find at the end of our life, wishing we had grabbed more while we were here in this world. Let's not be like Joe. Let's collect diamonds. Diamonds are precious and forever, like mitzvot. Thank you so much for joining me for A Dash of Eve.